Theater, butter tarts, and a century-old feud. Kat Conway, a reporter at the Quill and Packet, finds herself entangled in a web of mystery, intrigue, and a good dose of small-town charm. That's what you can expect in Bury the Lead, a Quill and Packet mystery from best-selling authors Kate Hilton and Elizabeth Renzetti. They'll be at the Memorial Park Library right here in Calgary next Thursday, March 14th at 7 p.m., presented by Wordfest. Kate and Elizabeth join me live over Zoom to chat about their whodunit that, and I quote, has critics turning pages as fast as they could. Hello, how are you?
Very well. Thanks for having us, Kate.
Hi, Kate. This is so fun.
Let's talk about the creation and the inspiration of Bury the Lead. How did the idea of the Quill and Packet Mystery series come about?
So Kate and I have been friends for several years, and I'm a huge admirer of her writing, and I love her as a person. And during lockdown, we would go for walks and sort of talk about, just how horrible everything was and how we were having trouble writing. And we both took solace in mystery novels. Love, love, love mystery novels. And we just decided, why don't we actually collaborate on a mystery novel? There's that old maxim in publishing, always write the book that you want to read. So that's what we kind of did.
And I would also say about that being able to write our own mystery allowed us to both get back to reading, but also getting back to writing. Because, of course, having decided to write a mystery novel, we had to assign ourselves a long reading list of mystery novels. So it was a gateway back to a really important part of both of our lives, the reading and the writing. It's interesting how disrupted those processes became over the course of the pandemic for a lot of writers. And it was just so from the moment of inception, it felt really joyful. It felt like a homecoming in a way. And being able to work so closely with someone whose friendship I treasure, but also whose writing I so admire, it was just a confidence builder in a variety of ways too, right? It felt very natural. It felt very fun. We were both receiving chapters one to the other, and that felt exciting to receive it, like a serialization, and it also felt like, oh, okay, I better up my game here. I wanna send her something that's as good as what she sent me last week. So it was a really cool process for us.
I love the idea of bringing joy into the writing process and bringing it into creativity. I know that as a creative person myself, I find myself sometimes stuck in a rut, but collaboration can be key to get me out of that rut. And I want to talk about the co-authoring aspect. Co-authoring a book can be a unique experience. Can you share a little bit about your collaborative writing process together?
Yeah, it's really interesting that almost all art forms are collaborative, right? When you think about like a dance troupe or a movie or a theater production, and writing, especially novels, is so solitary, right? And you can kind of end up in your own head in a not positive way. And this process, it really did cut the work in half. So what we did was we essentially started with a character. We started with a setting. We wrote out an extensive synopsis and then an outline. And then, as Kate says, we just started batting the chapters back and forth. Maybe Kate wants to add something to that.
Well, I think, for listeners who are interested in maybe engaging in a collaborative writing project, you're starting to see more of those out and about. There have been a few high profile ones coming out recently. And I think there is kind of a little bit of a positive contagion that people are seeing. Other writers are seeing this happening and thinking, hey, I have someone I might like to try that with. So if you're thinking about trying this, I really think that the advanced work on this kind of project is critical, and that so that you set up a good architecture around your book. So spending a lot of time workshopping a synopsis, spending even more time on a very detailed outline allows you to have a seamless writing process where you both know where it's going, and you're working together to advance it along the lines you've agreed upon at the beginning. And I'd also say, I work as a therapist when I'm not working as a writer. And so selecting your writing partner is so important. It really is maybe the most important thing you can do, is to pick someone who is going to give you what you need to be successful, right? It's like any relationship. So you have to like the person you become in that relationship. And we are together, I think, very generous with each other. We're very supportive of each other. We really admire and appreciate each other. And those are all like key ingredients in a successful working partnership. And then the ability to kind of take constructive feedback and to really not see it as a competition, but as a team exercise.
Oh, that's so awesome to hear. It really is an intimate experience writing with another person. So let's now talk about Bury the Lead itself. The critics are already talking about the book. The book is described as a smart, devious whodunit filled with theatrical shadows and veils, but also twisty and hilarious. How do you both balance the elements of mystery and humor in your storytelling?
That is an excellent question. And a lot of my favorite mystery writers, somebody like, Richard Osman or somebody like that, their books are actually, or even, Sarah Paretsky, to go back a little farther, books are funny as well as dark. And so these two things, I think, actually go together quite well. And you often have a detective character or an amateur investigator whose take on the world is a little bit skewed, a little bit sardonic, and that helps you kind of, as a reader, gives you an entry into the world. And it just gives the reader another kind of playful level of engagement and fun with the book.
Humor's a great connector, right? It's a great connector for readers to the characters. It's also a great connector on the writing side of it because, we get to have fun at work. And that's important to us. And it allows us to connect a little more deeply with our own characters. And it's one of the ingredients of the collaboration that's been so successful is that we share a sense of humor, right? It's part of what our friendship is about, is having a similar lens on the world, which is feminist, which is wry, which is, funny and wisecracking our way through some of the things in life that are a little hard to tolerate is a survival mechanism for both of us.
Well, thank you both so much for sitting down with me and chatting about Bury the Lead. I'm excited to see you both March 14th at the Memorial Park Library right here in YYC. Kate, Elizabeth, thank you.
Thank you so much, Kate.
Thanks so much.